Hi, this is Nyang Newell from Advanced Property Strategies, and today's tip on land subdivision is how to get the best yield. How do you actually get the best yield? And what is yield? Yield is the exit strategy, the actual profit as a percentage over your costs. I'll say it again, it's a profit as a percentage of your cost. So if your profit's, let's say, $400,000 and it's costing you $1 million to do the whole project, purchase the site, holding costs, consultants costs, agents commission, that's a 40% yield. And generally, why do people need a percentage profit? Well, it calculates, is the property or is the project worthwhile to do? So generally, I'm looking for a minimum 20-25%, ideally 30 to 40% on a project as a yield of profit. And why that's important is because things always go wrong. I'll put a contingency in there, maybe 5% of the construction cost as a contingency, because things will go wrong and there's costs in the project that you will never know about or never be able to anticipate, other than something's going to happen. For me, in my recent project, 13 lots land subdivision, I had a situation where it rained significantly a couple of times. And I'm not talking about a little bit of water, I'm talking up to 20 centimeters of rain in a 24-hour period. It was one of those 1 in 200, 300 year episodes. With my project, even with all the erosion and sediment control, it created a disaster. A lot of our soil went into one of the neighbours' backyards because our site sloped to the rear, and it cost me a lot of money to clean out her pool, and the council were very, very upset with us as well. And I'm still sorting that out. But having said that, it'll cost me somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 to sort that mess out. My point is, you can never anticipate that other than put that in the contingency. So, if you've got, and in the big scheme of things, with a 30 to 40% yield, that kind of thing isn't really going to blow in terms of our profitability. But, sales prices might change, interest rates might go up, you might have extra construction costs. Because the thing is, my feasibility, based on my original feasibility compared to what it was now, my construction costs were completely different. Why? It's because when we originally designed the feasibility or worked through the feasibility, our layout design was a certain way. Once we got through planning and approval, there was a prerequisite from the Brisbane City Council wanting us to direct a pipe through another property to another street. And that cost us an extra $50,000, $100,000, and also our driveway cost us a little bit more. So all you can do really is allow for those things, allow for a contingency, allow for prices dropping by maybe 5 to 10% just in case it happens, so that if it's still profitable after you stretch it, after you squeeze it, after you try to break it, and it's still profitable, then it works. Because the thing about feasibilities is you can't force them. You can't force them. So, take my word for it, is that, if you're going to do a feasibility, make sure you have a contingency, making sure, you allow for things to go wrong. And that's why we often talk about think big and start small, because sometimes the things that go wrong on a bigger project can completely wipe you out. So, as they say, you can make $1 million on one deal, you can also lose $1 million in one deal. So, this is Nyang Newell, Advanced Property Strategies. If you want information about our events, just go to advancedpropertystrategies.com